Today, I'm going to help you set up your Sony A7V. First, you're going to make sure that you're in photo mode. You'll go to your menu and down to the shooting tab. And then we're going to go to image quality. We're going to make sure we're set to JPEG. And for file format, we're going to do RAW plus JPEG. For file type, lossless compressed. For JPEG quality, extra fine. And we're going to go to recording media settings and make sure we're set to simultaneous recording. And now we're going to set your video settings while you're in photo mode. So we're going to set it to XAVC HS4K and then set it to your preference for frame rate. And then you're going to set it to the highest bit rate. It's 100 megabytes, 422 10-bit. Now we're going to go down to lens compensation and we're going to turn on distortion compensation to auto. Now we'll go down to file, and if you'd like to set your file name, this is where you'll do it. Next we'll go to shooting mode, and if you'd like to preset settings on your 1, 2, or 3 dial, this is where you'll do it. Now we'll go to drive mode, and we're going to set continuous shooting to low, but you'll need to set this to your preference. This is where we'll set our continuous shooting speed. Now we'll go down to pre-capture settings and increase the pre-capture record time to 1 second. Now we'll go down to shutter. And if you want to set it to silent mode, this is where you'll set it. This is also where you'll select mechanical shutter or electronic shutter. Now you'll want to go down to anti-flicker and turn this to on. Now we'll go to grid line display and turn this on. If you'd like to add a marker display, this is where you'll select it. Now we'll go to the exposure folder, and I always set my max ISO to 40,000 because I don't want to shoot over 40,000 ISO. This is where you'll set your exposure compensation and metering mode. And if you're using a flash, you want to make sure this is set to fill flash. Now you'll want to go to D-Range Optimizer and turn this off. Next up, we've got zebra display, so if you want zebras, this is where you'll turn it on. Now we're in our autofocus folder, and we're going to set focus mode to continuous autofocus. For focus area, this is your preference, but I like center fix. The next folder is subject recognition. So I shoot human, so I'm going to leave that set to human. Now we've got focus assistant, and I'm going to increase the initial focus magnification to ×5. The next folder is peaking display, so if you use peaking, this is where you'll turn it on. Now we'll head down to the setup folder, and under operation customize, the first setting is for photo. You're going to set these custom buttons to your preference. I always like to set this button to APS-C mode. Now we'll go to function menu settings. And this is where you can customize all the settings in your function menu for photo and video. Now we've got photo screen display. And this is where you can select what information you want on your screen. You can also customize your dials. And then we want to make sure that touch operation is set to on. Now we'll go to the Finder and Monitor folder. I don't use my EVF, so I'm going to set mine to Monitor. Monitor brightness, we're going to set to Sony. Display quality, we're going to set to high. Finder frame rate, we're going to set to high. Power save, you're going to set this to your preference. I'm going to set mine to 5 minutes. You also want to make sure your auto power off temp is set to high. Now we're going to go down to external output. We're going to set our output resolution to 1080p. And now we're all set for photo. Now I'm going to help you get set up for video. First, make sure that your dial is set to video, and then we're going to head back to the menu and back to the shooting folder. Under image quality, we're going to go to file format, and we're going to set it to XAVC HS 4K. And under movie settings, for now we're going to set it to 60p so we can make sure that we get one setting done now. And then we're going to go to the highest quality that we can set it to, which is 200 megabytes 422 10-bit. Now we're going to go down to 4K angle of view priority, and you want to turn this on if you want uncropped 4K 60 frames per second. Now we've got log shooting, and if this is your preference, you're going to turn this on. We're going to go down to lens compensation, and we're going to turn distortion compensation to auto. Now we're going to head over to media and recording media settings. We're going to set this to simultaneous recording. Now we're going to go down to audio recording level, and we're going to set this to 15. Now we're going to go down to number 8, image stabilization. We're going to go to steady shot, and we're going to turn this to active. Now we're going to go to zoom and then to zoom range, and we're going to set this to clear image zoom. Now we're going to turn on our grid line display, and then we're going to turn emphasize recording display to on, so there's a red border every time we press record in video. Next, we're going to go to the exposure folder. We're going to go to ISO, and again we're going to set our maximum ISO to 40,000. We're going to go down to white balance and shockless white balance, and we're going to set this to 3. Now we're down to zebra display, and if you use zebras, this is where you'll turn it on. Now we're going to head down to focus. We're going to make sure focus mode is set to continuous autofocus, and you can set your autofocus subject shift sensitivity to your preference. I prefer 2. And then you can set your autofocus transition speed to your preference. I'm going to set mine to 4. Now we've got focus area. I'm going to set mine to zone. And if you'd like to turn your focus map on, this is where you would do that. And I'm going to set my initial focus magnifier to ×4. If you like to use peaking, this is where you'll turn that on. Now we're going to go to the setup folder and down to operation customize. And we're going to go to video custom key dial settings. And I like to set this button to APS-C or crop mode. But you can set all of these buttons to your preference. Now we're going to go down to touch operation. We're going to make sure this is set to on. And don't forget to set your auto power off temp to high. Now we're going to go to external output, HDMI resolution, we're going to set it to 1080p, and then output resolution, we're also going to set to 1080p. And now you're all set. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe and make sure to check out my next video right here.